Yo, what is going on, guys? In today's video, man, I'm gonna be cooking up y'all a meta Rebirth loadout, guys. So this loadie is actually gonna be using the FJX Horus and the Holger 26. So I'm gonna show y'all my FJX Horus build. Alright. So first off, I got the monolithic suppressor S. This is a really fire underrated suppressor for SMGs. As you guys can see here, it adds a little bit of recoil, but the main thing it does is undetectable by radar. This is really good because you really want to be able to shoot your SMG and not be detected on someone's radar map. That can actually be a really big disadvantage, especially for if you're fighting a player that has really high game sense. That is something to keep in mind. This is a fire suppressor. You can get this by leveling up your Rival 9 SMG, I believe, to like a level 7 or 8, something like that. Next thing I'd use is the ZRK Battlebreaker grip. This adds some more recoil control, obviously. If you're really good at recoil control, which I'm not, obviously you can change up this build a little bit, but this build is for some recoil and to get movement. You're going to use a barrel, obviously. This is a barrel I recommend. It's really good. Adds some bullet velocity, some sway, because the firing aims, the sway on this is really bad. The sway on the FJX kind of sucks, to be honest. But now, I recommend using the 60 round drum, but it's really just preference, because if you look at these two, they literally do not change movement at all. This is just a magazine boost by 12. It doesn't affect the movement any more than this. But you definitely want to go for the 48 round mag at least. If you think it looks more clean on this, then I guess you can go with the 48 round, but I'm going with the 60 round drum. And then you want to use the Lopper LXD stock. The stock adds obviously some recoil control, and if you want to get some extra movement in, obviously you can go for the no stock mod. This is pretty good. I'll show you guys what it honestly looks like in the firing range. Now keep in mind, I am not a pro, but it does add a little bit of recoil. It's honestly pretty decently controllable. Okay, well, about 10 meters is probably going to be the best you can do, but it's not that bad. But once again, like I said, the sway on this thing is pretty bad. It sways a lot. So you can use the stockless mod, but I personally like to use the LXD stock. It adds some extra recoil control to it. And I'll show you guys what it looks like with this recoil control mod kit on it. So, yeah, if this thing would load with the Sigma. Okay, there we go. As you guys can see, this is, now I'll show you guys what it looks like without controlling the recoil at all. This is literally me not even touching the stick, and then when I do touch the stick, obviously there's not that much recoil, and it adds some movement. You know, obviously, adds in some nice movement. Pretty good. This is a really close range SMG, but this will help you fly out all of your opponents on Rebirth Island. And next up, we're gonna have the Holger 26, guys. This is by far one of the top AR LMGs, whatever you want to call it. This is by far top 3, you know, top 5, maybe top 3 mid to long range meta right now. So for your muzzle, you obviously want to throw on the Zeman 35 compensated flash hider. It adds some recoil control onto it, which is what you mainly want to get when you're using an AR. It shortens your radar pings, as you guys can see, what that pretty much does. So when you shoot, you get on the radar ping, but when you use this, it'll be obviously way less time on that radar ping. When you use this Holger factory barrel, I actually was originally using this, the Cryo 6 match, but I found out it's not that good after experimenting with all of the different mods. Obviously you can use this too, which is fine, but I just don't really, I don't really recommend it, because, you know, it's just not really, that much better than this. And this adds bullet velocity, this doesn't, and you really do need bullet velocity when you're looking for a barrel, obviously. Now you can really use one of 3 undergrips for this if you want. I'm personally going with the Bruin Heavy grip. I think it looks the best when you look at these, stats. It looks the best on this gun. You can use the Chimera as like a second option, and you can use the Pineapple as a third option if you don't like the Chimera. Now you don't need to use a magazine because this is one of the blessed guns that has a 60 round mag on it by default. You want to use as your grip. I was originally using a stock on this gun, but you don't really need to, and the stocks aren't really that good. Like, this is pretty good, right? 18.77, but when you go onto the grip, it's 14.10.10, so it's literally not, it's not much worse. It's actually better in my opinion. Now for your optic, it's pretty much just preference, really, but for Rebirth, I recommend using the Jack Glassless optic, and if you want to use it on like actual battle royale, you could use the Koyo Eagle's Eye, but keep in mind that might add a little bit more visual recoil because it's obviously a sniper scope kind of, but you could definitely use that as an option. And now guys, these guns right here are definitely in the top of the chain when it comes to the respected like classes. So SMG, FJX Horus, probably number 1 or number 2 SMG right now. Only second to the Superi. But like the Superi did kind of get a little nerfed, so I'd say that the Horus is honestly the close range meta right now. The Holger is dominating. Both this and the MCW are dominating. Oh, and the MTZ 556. These 3 guns are dominating the mid-range meta, mid-long range meta right now. Especially with the Jack Glassless optic on this, bro. Oh my god, it becomes a beam. And also, I'll show you guys, obviously, the firing range. This is really good. It took a little bit of experimentation for this gun, but I think I found the perfect mods. Now I'll show you guys without holding the recoil. Like, literally not even controlling it. And it barely goes up, bro. Barely goes up. And now when I do control it, there's nothing, bro. There's literally nothing. It's like the cast off. Now, I also did some calculations, and long range, it only takes like 11 bullets to kill someone with full 3 plates. It takes around 10 bullets mid-range, and I'm pretty sure it also takes 10 close range. But this is definitely by far in the mid-range meta right now. So yeah, these are 2 of by far the best guns for their respected classes. Please rate these builds 1 through 10. Let me know how you guys like them. Let me know if these, helped you break your PR. Without further ado, guys, if you want to see more videos like this, please let me know in the comment section down below, okay? And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. So some people might want to know my perk package, so this is my perk package. I use Double Time, Mountaineer, Quick Fix, and High Alert. This is the best perk package. And I use Smoke Nades as my tactical, and Thermonitis as my lethal.